Ottomans here from 1430 and until 1830 didn't touch all the churches from the Greek Orthodox churches and led several. So when you hear about something Roman Forum, it means the market, the agora. Let's go this way. Let's stick together here. Here's one of the oldest and biggest churches of Athens. It's one of the first basilicas, made during the 4th, 5th century after Christ, the last years of the Roman era. That whole area was split into two. This side, the biggest one, was the church and nearby area, and the other side, backwards, was the library. The library of this era that was established during the Adrian period. The Adrian library. The Adrian was emperor of the Roman Empire, and they used this solar watch to know how much time is needed to transfer their products, the businessmen of ancient Athens mainly, and to predict the weather from the wind. So they saw the signs from the clouds and also the wind, and they predicted the weather. So on this side we have a mosque. This mosque is constructed from 1668 to 1670. It was the biggest mosque here in Athens. It was constructed on the fountains of an old church and still functioned until the liberation of Greece. Nowadays it's renovated and you can visit the whole area. On your other side we have Mendrese. Mendrese means a holy school for priests and mosques of the Islam religion. Maybe you know it, Mendrese, the name. These names here are the donators. Usually the residents of this area that donate the money to create this church. This building here is the first university of Athens. Let's stick together.
What year was it built?
During the first years of the 19th century. This building is the first university. Before the construction of the other one that we met at the beginning, they had this building for the university.
Okay.
It is very well preserved.
It doesn't look old.
It was financed by the EU to renovate and reconstruct, and now it's functioning as a historic museum of the university.
Okay. Is it worth looking at?
Yes, but I don't know how much time you have because there are many
Yeah.
things to see.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm leaving tomorrow afternoon. I got here yesterday. So
We're gonna make the whole tour,
Yeah.
and maybe you will have your mind later on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're at the heart of Plaka area, and after a little while, in your right hand, you will see the Anafiotika neighborhood. What does it mean, Anafiotika? Anafi is a small Greek island.
Okay.
So, Anafiotika is the area that many residents from Anafi Island came here during the 19th century when the King Otto needed labor hands to create and build all the public buildings. A little stop here is a typical stairway with tavernas here in Plaka. It's very nice to have a walk here for your dinner. So he used them the Anafi labor hands to create and build all the residences in Athens and public buildings.
Okay.
But they weren't very satisfied from the place that they were sleeping.
Okay.
So they decided to come here at this area, create their own houses, but because it was illegal, it is just the hill of Acropolis, they worked all together for each house every night, and during the night it was completed.
Oh wow.
And every day you could see a new house built. And that remained until today. And during the 80s, the National Archaeological Authorities give the permission to protect the whole area. So it is like it was during 1860.
Oh wow.
It's the same thing. Usually typical small houses that could gather 2 or 3 persons.
Okay.
Just one room house with a small kitchenette.
And bathroom?
There were no bathrooms during the Ottoman era because they had hammams
Okay.
for their personal hygiene. That thing happens all over the Balkan area, and it's the same as the Ottoman Empire at the total empire. So they went to the public hot baths. I will show you later on a hot public bath from the Roman period.
Okay.
Oh nice.
This is St. Nicholas Rangava. Rangava again is the name of a very famous family. It is built during the 11th century after Christ. St. Nicholas is the protector of the navy here in Greece. Rangava was a relative to a Byzantine emperor, and they built this church here. Many of the paintings remain from
Verso sera.
Camera brava. Most of the buildings have been renovated by co-financing from the EU. When you see an abandoned building, generally in Greece, there's a problem with a lot of co-owners that doesn't agree what to do with the property. And also you have to know that from 2010 and so on, all taxes of the properties have risen up here in Greece. So it's difficult to keep a property.
Yep.
We'll make a little stop here. I want to show you this building. This building here is a traditional Athenian building of 1800. It is said to be the residence of an Ottoman judge here. But another judge.
Okay.
The other reason I stop here is because this building is very famous, because here there's been created several movies of the Greek movie during the 60s, 1960s. But it was not like that. There was a real stone pavement during this era, and they excavated the last years. So I want to show you, because I'm an engineer, these signs here, black and white, we use it just to see if there are some micro movements at the monuments, at the artifacts, just to preserve